Shalom, shalom. Giving our praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Much respect to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation to the brother who teach well. Making the calling short. All blessings and mercy go to the hopeful elect, enduring this truth, both man and woman. I like to touch up on the Bible, you see. I like to touch up on different stories, and I came across the story of Job, and it kind of comforted me to kind of realize this in the spirit that, we all know that Job was a spiritual and a righteous man. We all understand that he always was righteous in the eyes of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh ultimately wanted to try him. Yahweh knew the outcome, but he allowed Satan to afflict him, to see what Job's reaction would be. And ultimately, we know that his wife told him to curse Yahweh and just die, because woman, the very definition of woman is that they're very unfaithful. They don't have faith. You see, that's what Yahweh is dealing with the men and not with the woman. But Job made a lot of strong points, He understood that, and he defended his point that he was righteous and that Yahweh has made him an enemy to him and has put a stumbling block before him, But even with all that, Job did not curse out Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. He still held his pride, and he still humbled himself down to know that it was all by the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. You see, now I'm gonna get Job chapter 21, verse 7. It says, "Wherefore do the wicked live? Become old, yea, or multiplied in power." You see, now Job is kind of going into the fact that when we come into this truth, even though the truth, it tastes good and it tastes wonderful in our mouth, but once we ingest it, just like that parable, once we ingest it, it becomes bitter in our stomach. We start to see life for what it really is. We start to see the state of our people, how our people are living, We start to see the mindset of our people. We start to see that our people are just lost, man. You see, we're really just lost. And we want to help our people, but we got to understand that 2/3 of our people were blinded. They were not given this truth. But ultimately, it's just sad, man. We see the world that we're living in. You see, as y'all can see behind me, there's chemtrails in the air. We understand that the foods that we're eating are not natural. We understand that the water that we drink are filled with pesticides and all types of, materials that are not good for our bodies. Now, all these things we understand, and it says wisdom makes, what's that saying? Wisdom makes a wise man mourn, I believe. Let me get that real quick. Just paraphrasing, it says wisdom makes a wise man mourn, So with much wisdom, it doesn't get any better than this, you see. Even though we have the wisdom, we still understand that we're still in our captivity, and we still understand that, a lot of our people are lost, man. But why is it that the like the rich, the wicked, of this world, Esau, Edom, specifically the least of Esau, Edom. Why is it that they exceed in riches? Why was all power on the left hand side given to them on this side? Why does it look like they're going to continue to reign in wickedness forever? You see, Job was kind of getting to that point, because many of us, we see the world how it is, and we're like, we ask questions, even though we understand why it is. This is just a video just to edify, why the wicked rule. But anyways, let me get right into it. It says, Job 21:7. It says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power? Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. So, they have all these medicines and these vitamins to prolong your life. Esau is always looking to be like the Most High. He wants to prolong his life because he knows at the end of his life what's coming is destruction. And I mean, not really, because his spirit's going to go right back to the Most High. But it says, their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of Yahweh upon them. You see? So because the nation of Israel, we were the one that were given the statutes and commandments, Yahweh has only known us from upon the face of the earth. So that's why he's going to punish us. You see? That's exactly why people are steady getting punished. Why people don't want to get right. It says, Deuteronomy 7:6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself upon all people that are upon the face of the earth. See, that's why all these curses are upon us, because Yahweh chose us. He made a contract with us, if you can say that. He made an agreement with us, but our forefathers didn't keep that agreement. So therefore, the curses, it came on upon the generations of the children, which ultimately were our forefathers back in the regeneration, if you understand reincarnation in the spirit. It says, their bowl genereth and faileth not. The cow calveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. You see? So, of all the years of the wicked, every 2/3 of our people, you see, they live in wickedness, and they can't go to sleep unless they commit some type of iniquity. But it says that they, in an instant, they go down to the grave in peace. They don't have to face the sufferings of what the righteous face. Different brothers and sisters that are in this truth, we're faced with things that we have to deal with. It says, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So the Lord is gonna plague us, but it's not gonna do it to the point where we fall out this truth. The Lord's not gonna give you something that you can't handle. You see. It says, therefore they say unto Yahweh, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. You see, because they see that they're not getting punished at that very moment. So they're like, we're going to continue in our iniquities. We're going to continue to live the way we live, because the Most High has forsaken. He's not going to judge us. But we got to understand the Most High is long suffering. But let's read on. What is the Almighty that we shall serve him? And what profit shall we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. You see. So the point I was trying to make is the wicked, they live in their wickedness. You see, but no justice is done. That's what it seems like. You see, no evil comes upon them. You see, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, these banking families, they have caused all these wars. You know, they have put the world in delusion. The world's upside down. You know, they're pushing this LGBTQ agenda, this pedophile agenda. You know, same-sex marriage. They're putting the woman over the man. You see, everything's upside down. But in the world that does not know this truth, we know what's going to happen to the wicked, but the world that does not know this truth, you know, they have no hope. They're thinking in their minds, you know, is this going to go on forever? And they probably believe in their mind that this place, America, modern day Babylon, is going to go on forever. But let's find out. Let's find out. You see? So why is it that the generation of the wicked lasts forever? Well, it says in Job 27:18, it says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh, and the heritage of oppressors." And who are the oppressors? Who has oppressed you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for all these years? So-called white men, Esau, Edom. It says, "Which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in debt, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, he prepare raiment as the clay. He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide his silver." So ultimately, hey, this is Satan's kingdom, you see. All these damn ants are crawling on me. See, even the ants wants to hear this truth, but 2/3 of our people are ignorant of this truth, you see. That's how much the animals want the Hebrew Israelites back in power, you see. But the reason why the wicked, their lives are prolonged, why they continue to reign in wickedness, is because, hey man, it's for the slaughter, you see. It's for the slaughter. You see? Because Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget the decrees and the wickedness of Esau, Edom. You know? Exodus 34:7. It says, "Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquities and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty," you know? So Esau thinks that he's going to get away with all the atrocities that he has committed, but Yahweh is not going to clear him. You see, it says, "Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the children's children, unto the third and to the fourth generation." You see, it says Numbers 14:18, "The Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation." So ultimately the scriptures, they repeat themselves. You see, so it's pretty simple to get this word. See, it even says, "Woe to him who builds his city on blood." Just paraphrasing, I believe that's what it is. You see? So even our people, even the men, the martyrs that died in this truth, you know, from old. In Revelation 6:10, they even says, "And they cry with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?" You see? They were talking about Esau, Edom. Because for so long, Esau, the so-called white man, has been covering his tracks. you know, but he's being exposed right now. This is how the things of Esau, Edom searched up, you know. So the point I'm trying to make is, even though the wicked, that they have reigned for so long, the reason why they were given power was ultimately to become a whipping stick for Yahweh, but at the same time, it's a curse in itself, because they're all being numbered to the sword for the slaughter. You see, and that's exactly true. You know, because Esau, for all these years, man, now Esau, you can see slowly Esau's trying to make retributions. You know, they're trying to say, let's get together. They're trying to push this new world order where all love and all peace. But hell no, man, it's not gonna be like that. Yahweh is coming for war and for blood. You see, blood, man. And he's gonna, hey, man, when those nukes hit, the only people of the other nations that are going to be, you know, kept alive for slavery are the release of Esau, and maybe a remnant of the other nations for slavery. You see, but all these other Edomites that don't have a clue what's going on, they're just numbered for the sword. So we really shouldn't hate, or we shouldn't be. It says, do not envy thy oppressors. You see, we shouldn't be envying them, because we know the end, what is coming for them. Let me get that scripture actually. It says, Proverbs 3:31, envy thou not the oppressors, and choose none of his ways. So we're not supposed to envy Esau, and we're not supposed to choose none of his ways, you know, because all the ways of Esau are profane. You see, this man likes laying with animals. You see, this man likes eating baby hearts. Just all types of abominable things, man. You see, so we're not supposed to envy them. We're supposed to hate them for righteous hatred. You see, because Esau is the devil. It says, don't trust thy enemies. But we're supposed to be, you know, as smart as serpents. So I just wanted to touch up on that, you know. In this truth, it can be sweet at first, you know, but bitter when you finally come to the realization of the world we're really living in. So I hope this was edifying to the elect out there. Keep on striving, you know. We're almost out of here. And all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakadash. And much respect and double honors to our elders and apostles of GMS, you know, great millstone, the cornerstone of where I learned the truth from. And much respect to you brothers out there pushing this word. Shalom.